Hi, my name's Steve Kenton and you are watching MetalTalk TV. Tonight we are at the Underworld to commemorate the life of Paul Di'Anno with a memorial gig featuring Airforce, Snog and Iron Maiden. Now, this particular gig is a loose recreation of the 1980 Unmasked tour featuring Kiss with Iron Maiden supporting them. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. We are here with the rather lovely gentleman from Airforce for the Paul Di'Anno tribute gig. So, guys, I'm going to go to you first, Lino. I want to know what this means to you to be here on behalf of Paul.
Well, it's a little bit different for me than it is for them because they knew Paul since childhood or whatever. I met Paul a few years back and I only have good things to say about him. And he always supported me in Airforce, so it's an honor being here, paying our respects to him.
Excellent. Now, Chop, you've probably known Paul. You and Doug actually have known Paul.
Well, I've probably known Paul a lot longer than Doug. I mean, not longer than what I've known Doug. I've
really?
known Paul for since he was 17. So
right. Okay. And
50 years ago, I knew him.
Have you got any funny stories that you can tell us that you can actually repeat?
Not really, not that I can repeat, I can't, no. But Paul was a light geezer. He's always had a great voice from the early days. I remember Paul trying to get in punk bands, down Alan Gordon Studios. He was just a funny guy, but he had this great voice. And when he joined Maiden, that made Maiden go from there to there, because he had an amazing vocal. As you can hear on Soundhouse tapes, what he'd done with Doug. And he also done like the first two albums, done a fantastic job. Yeah, Paul's Paul. He's just a larger than life character. I love him.
Fantastic stuff. Now, guys, you are here to promote as well Acts of Madness. So, can you tell us how that album came about? How it was written? How long it took?
Well, we started it a couple of years ago. I mean, we done Strike Hard, and we started working basically on this album straight after. We was in lockdown really when that one came out, when Strike Hard came out. So we was working on this one, and well, it's just been a long process, and we've had some sort of hiccups on the way, but we've got there in the end. I've got some fantastic songs on there. A couple of my favourites are on there, and they've really come out well. So yeah, as I say, it wasn't easy. It has been. We've had some hiccups of what with Pete Franklin, passing away, and we've had to get another producer in, who luckily enough we knew from years ago. He recorded a few things for us back in 1987, I think. So we kept in touch with him. Chop had a word with him and said, would you be willing to take the project on and like more or less finish it for us, do a couple of new songs, but more or less finish it. And he said yes. And he's been working with Simple Minds and some big American acts, and so he was pleased to come on board. And he said it's just like old times really, because he's coming in on the act after all these years. It's just like it's like old times. Yeah, really good.
An old mate coming back on the scene. Yeah, after we lost Pete, who was a good friend, it was hard to find someone who was within like the friendship circle, not someone just doing it for a job. So someone who had an interest in the band, well, we knew from before. So that's where Jez came in, and that's what it made it complete again. Someone we knew from old, worked with us before, was a long-term friend.
So how long did the album take to record?
Well, several years, on and off. Yeah, because one song's done at a time anyway. Because it's not like when in the studio for 3 months got an album to do. This was just producing songs over a period of time. And when we was happy with a song, we kept it and put that forward for the album. There's songs that don't always make it. Songs that will sometimes get nearly all the way there. Some songs only just start, but then so the album is a long-term process. We don't like to rush.
Plus the pandemic didn't help. We had a lot of problem with the pandemic. Like I say, Pete got ill. We didn't even know he was ill. And so that kind of put us back a lot when he died. And all our stuff was locked onto his hard drive, and we had to try and break the hard drive to get some of our stuff we down around Pete's, mainly Doug's drums, which Jez Code actually did that. So he's like a star, you know, he's an amazing geezer.
Now, I'm aware that there was some sort of issue with the management company being taken over. Is that correct?
The record label. Record label. We was waiting for the album to be released, but taking a long time to get there. And then we had a release date. I think it was August last year. Is that August 23? Yeah, August 24. And then they suddenly said they're merging with RPM Records, and it all got put on hold again for another 6 months. So now the record label is RPM Raw. But that's how it finally came out in February this year, 25.
So, moving forward, is there any new music on the horizon anytime soon?
Yeah, I mean, me and Tony and Doug and Lino, we're writing new stuff now. We've got about 5 tracks done already, like basic tracks done, you know. And then what we do, hopefully we get hold of Jez, and Lino started writing a lot of lyrics now, you know. But me and Doug and Tony, we kind of come up with the riffs and the ideas, then send them over to him in Portugal. He pulls them apart, and then we do them again, and then you do your bit, and so we've got about 5 done for the new album.
Basically, basic songs 5. They're not complete songs yet, so they could change. They may not change much. They may change a lot yet, but we've got at least 5 good ideas going.
So, could we be looking forward to a new album maybe next year?
No, about 5 years' time, I would have thought. We'd like to bring one out.
Hopefully, yes. Later on next year. Yeah. That would be the sort of the aim. But
maybe next summer. Maybe next summer. Yeah. To the winter. Maybe 2027. Whatever. But it will eventually come, because we're a bit picky. We get a track, and then all of a sudden we don't like it anymore. So we bin it and then got another one, and it's just, we have a bit of a nightmare, but it's good because Tone comes round to my house. I've got my own studio, and me and Tony write it, send it to Doug, he does the drums, and it's just going round and round in the circles, put it in the pot, stir it up, and see what comes out, basically. And that's what we usually do.
Sounds like the best way to write a song then, or write an album anyway.
Yeah.
Well, that's brilliant, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. It's much appreciated. Cheers, guys.
Good man.
Cheers.
Cheers, Steve.
Cheers, Dave.
Cheers.